Hero.
Huh?
Eisenhower was another war hero. They gave him president.
Yes. That is natural. So the preacher has to face so many difficulties to preach Krishna consciousness. So he will be more recognized, or one is chanting for himself, maybe right. He is concerned for his own personal interest. But the preacher, he doesn't care for his personal interest, like Prahlada. He wants to see everyone becomes happy by becoming Krishna conscious. So this is being taken into consideration by some of my sober God brothers. That what we have done and what Swamiji is doing. That we are factually seeing that these rascals, they have no knowledge and they are leading the whole society. And people are suffering. This is our concept.
Nixon, they want him to leave, but he will not leave. Nixon will not leave office.
Yeah.
Nobody wants him.
Yeah, that's it.
He's holding on.
So there is no means to get him out.
You know, they're talking about impeachment. But the man who's vice president, the new vice president, Mr. Ford, is a bulldog.
Yes.
He has no qualities. He's not even intelligent. Then in 3 years, there's another man who's waiting in the wings, waiting in the background to take. His name is Connolly. He was in the car when Kennedy was assassinated. And he's got some hero status because he was wounded. He's waiting for the play. In 3 years, he will run.
That I was speaking, that simply by changing one demand to another, that will not help the situation. They must know the right type of leader. The demands will come for election. But if people are educated, why they will elect him? After all, he has to depend on verdict of the people.
Yes.
So if the people become intelligent, then these demons cannot take advantage.
But the demons have arranged it so that the people do not have any choice. They choose between two demons. So actually they have no choice of vote. Their vote is...
Therefore, your propaganda should be very strong so that they can make a choice.
Srila Prabhupada, these men are so corrupt, even materially they have no good qualities. It should seem that our propaganda, if it is presented very strongly and purely, how they can really pose a very strong opposition.
Well,
we should be able to defeat them.
They will say your philosophy is ideal. It cannot be attained.
No, why not?
They will say like this.
Why ideal?
They can see our men, like Bhaktivedanta Prabhu.
Yeah.
He presented contrast, but he did not get so many votes, nothing. But he presented a contrast that the people could see and tell the difference between the truth and these cheaters.
Now, what we are proposing that you don't eat meat. What does it mean? We are advising people not to eat or starve? We don't say that. Why is it impractical? Does it mean that one man who is not eating meat, he dies for want of food? Why do you say it is impractical? Is it impractical?
It is practical, but they will say that is ideal. It cannot be attained.
Why ideal?
In the last society.
Here is meat. You cannot eat even meat, only meat. You mix with so many salad, loaf, and 75% other things.
But the leader, he has to do it. If the leader doesn't eat meat, then the people will understand.
That is Jajjad Acharita Shrestha.
The example has to be there.
Yeah.
Even if you say...
No, he says it is impractical. I say it is not impractical. It is not impractical, it is practical.
But it is impractical for these men. They're now there. They cannot take up such teaching.
No, that is another. Just like nobody is inclined to take education. But government has arrangement for adult education. Because nobody is inclined to take education, you cannot say, no, stop us for propagation of education. That is, so whatever we are proposing, that is not impractical. Had it been impractical, how you European American boys are taking it? It is not impractical.
I was talking to students. They do not think that these regulative principles are practical because they cannot see people in power doing it. They cannot see leaders doing it.
People, you have put him into power. But if your number is larger, then these rascals will not be in power.
But the people that really follow our movement don't even vote. They don't even register to vote.
That I never did. Because I don't believe in voting a rascal.
Yes. That's what they tell me.
I never did.
Yes.
I never did. In my household life, I've never voted for anyone. I avoided.
Yes.
Sometimes they used to come with their car to take me there. I avoided. Yeah.
But they said to me that if they had someone, if they had some person to choose, that they would register and they would vote if there was choice. Otherwise, they don't want to vote. So how can we do without their vote? And eventually, we have to get the young people to vote for us.
Yeah. No, the franchisement is bestowed upon all adults. So, if you can educate the major portion, then automatically it will change.
Yes, in a democratic country, in a democratic society, people should have some free will. So if I impose that, don't do this, don't do that, then they will be disappointed.
Yeah, you impose so many things. Why do you impose? Keep to the left, keep to the right. Why do you impose? You impose in every step. And where is the limit? If somebody says, no, I shall go to the left, can you do that? Why you impose?
So
why you impose red light? Stop. Why you impose?
They said there are some common platforms.
That's all right.
Can be agreed
That's all
upon.
right. But you are imposing. You cannot say that there should be no imposement. You cannot say that. There is no free will. There is no independence.
Everything is controlled.
Everything is controlled.
But about 40 years ago, Srila Prabhupada, they said no more drinking. They closed all the liquor houses like that, and it turned out people took to more drinking, but all undercover, black market.
Mm-hmm.
So the government said no
that
drinking.
means because still government should not take.
There's no example.
Government that individual may be allowed to drink, but he should be punished. That does not mean because everyone is drinking, the government should take, now let us manufacture. Yeah. This is not a good decision. If they ordered people not to drink, that order should remain. If their people are making illicit drinking, then he should be punished. Severely punished. Then you would have stopped automatically.
Well, the politicians are thinking if we don't repeal this law, we won't get elected because the majority of the people want
that is their fault. They want to be bribed. That's all.
So the duty of the politician is to make false promises.
Yes.
I'll do this, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Also, when they made law against drinking, they did not give any good alternative program for training political people at that time.
Yes, yes. That is another reason. You cannot simply ask a child, stop playing. You must give him education. Then he'll automatically stop playing.
Supposing we could stop the slaughtering of animals in the country, there would be maybe a big black market in slaughtered animals. But at least the government level...
No, our proposition is to educate people not to eat meat.
Yeah.
Then this slaughterhouse will automatically be stopped. Our policy is that. We don't simply, what is called?
So a dictatorship where we just ruthlessly enforce something.
We don't want that. We must be example. Hare Krishna.
Oh,
Jai.
really?